Welcome to Shom Machshava on the Daf. We're holding in Menachos Daf Nun Hey. The Gemara Amud Beis discusses that one of the Middos Shatur in Darshened Klal Uprat. The Gemara brings a discussion that you say that Klal Uprat That. If I have a Klal in one parsha and Prat in another parsha, do you still say Klal Uprat? So the Gemara brings the question. The pasuk Basir Nasi says the Shachato Yisoi b'mokam sheish chatoilo. That is a Prat. Then there's another pasuk V'shachat es achatos b'mokam oilo. That is a klal. They're written far away from each other. And you still come and say that only Sir Nasi you do in the north, meaning you're saying Klal Uprat, and he's coming to say only Sir Nasi you have this klal. So you see that you're Darshened Klal Uprat even though they're far away from each other. So it says the Gemara, Matkal for Rav Ashi. Rav Ashi says, yeah, but where is the Prat? The Sir Nasi is written in Parashat Vayikra. The klal is written in Parashat Tzav. So it's not Klal Uprat, it's Prat to klal. It's the detail before the rule, and then you're supposed to be mirab everything. So obviously, we're not using a klal prat, we're using here a miyut of oisoi. Now the shaila is, the obvious shaila is, what was the avim in the Gemara? The Gemara says, I bring you a raya, the klal prat, and ruchok work, because you see over here, they have a prat in Parashat Vayikra, and a klal Parashat Tzav, you see the klal prat work. How can you think it's a klal prat if the prat is written before the klal? What was the avim in the Gemara? So the Sfasemes over here asked this question. And he answers, what's the reason that Klal Uprat, they're far away from each other? You don't say Klal Uprat. Because we have a din in Mugdum Umuchar Torah. The Torah that is not written necessarily in order. If it's not written in order, the fact that I have a Klal in one Pasha and a Prat in another Pasha, I don't know if the Klal comes first or the Prat comes first. But if the issue is I just don't know what comes first, I know there's a Klal Prat over here. I'm just not sure if the Klal comes first or the Prat comes first. So you go to Chumrah. But there's still a Klal Prat over here. And Ayin Shabbos Hasemes, he does the cheshbon, why the Gemara thought that this will come to explain the Klal Prat. But the Maskana would change from the Havin to the Maskana. It's not that it's a Klal Prat, they just don't know what the order is. It's a whole different drasha. But Ulai, maybe we could be miyash of this based on a big yisoid. And this daf Menachos Daf Nun Hey, is learned this cycle in Shabbos Parshas Kisiso. Shabbos Parashat Kisiso is where it's written Yud Gimel Middos Rachamim, the 13 Middos of mercy that Kosh Baruch Hu taught Moshe Rabbeinu. Ke'edua, it's really written in Chazal and Sefer HaZohar, and it's quoted in many svarim, that Yud Gimel Middos HaTorah Nidreshes Bahem correspond to Yud Gimel Middos Rachamim, one for one. The Bnei Yissaschar brings it in a few places, and many times when he quotes it, he mentions that according to the Arizal, based on Chazal and Sefer HaZohar, what are the Yud Gimel Middos Rachamim? They start with the letter, with a name Kel. Not Hashem, like many of the Rishonim, but Kel Rachum Echanun, the Midah Rishonim is Kel. So he brings in the name of the Maggid Mezrich. That's, where do we learn Middas Kal V'chomer? We learn by Miriam. That Miriam, when Akash Baruch Hu said, Haloi tikolim shivas yomim, so Gemara says, Kal V'chomer l'shchina should be 14 days. From there we learn Kal V'chomer. What was the name that Moshe Rabbeinu used in the tefillah of Miriam? Kel na refon Allah. Use the word Kel. Because Kel corresponds to Kal V'chomer. So in this parsha we had Kel and we had Kal V'chomer because Kal V'chomer and Kel come together. And it brings more. What's the second midah? The midah is Rachum. And what is the second midah Shatur in Darshened Bahem? It is Gzera Shava. What is the idea of Gzera Shava? Gzera Shava means that you take something from one place, put it to another place. You take something from one pasuk, put it to the next pasuk. That's what the Gzera Shava is. What is the idea of Rachamim? The one who's Merachim, he puts himself in the place of the one who needs the Rachamim. That's how they correspond with each other. Now, Rav Levi Yitzchak Braditch of Dushas Levi in Parashat Kisiso also brought down the Sefer Orech L'Chaim in Parashat Kisiso, written by Rabbi Avraham Chaim Yizlochov. They both say a similar thing. We're going to say in a little different way because there's some mistakes in the Kedushas Levi, in the Nusach, in the Lashon. What is the midah of Klal Uprat to Klal? That's another midah Shatur in Darshened Bahem. What corresponds to that is Erech HaPayim. According to the Girs of the Arizal, based on the Zohar, Erech HaPayim is the midah that corresponds to Klal Uprat to Klal. Why is that so? So the Arizal explains the Erech HaPayim means Erech HaPayim letzadikim ve'larishoim. So how is that so? Explains the Kedushas Levi Dov Nifle Moed. The Klal refers to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He's Klal HaKoil. The Prat is referring to these worlds, to the people. When we're talking about Narich Af letzadikim, the Pshat is who initiates the Harochas Af letzadikim. So he brings that always the tzaddik, always we assume he did tshuva. Shmuel is Marich Af because he already did tshuva. So who's the initiator? Who's the beginner? The tzaddik himself. So it starts from the prat, from the tzaddik, and then it goes to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the klal, meaning then comes the harochas av HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives him. So it's prat uklal. What's the din in prat uklal? You learn from here for everybody else. When the tzaddik does tshuva, he's mashpia on the whole world. He's a prat, but what he does has influence on the whole world. By a Rosh, it's the opposite. He's not doing tshuva, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving him harochas av. So it starts from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, starts from the klal, and it goes down to the prat. It goes down to the individual. And it does not influence anybody else because the Rosh is not doing anything. Ein lecha ela mashra prat. V'advarim nifloim me'od. Now, if that's true, maybe we can understand something. Maybe the pshat, when you have Klal Uprat That, that is a remiss too. If Klal is a Kodesh Baruch Hu, and the prat is an individual, a Rasha is rachik from the Klal. He's far away. If it's Muruchakim Zemizeh, so by definition, we talk about the Rasha. And the Rasha is not a prat to Klal, but it's a Klal Uprat. So the Gemara here says like this. Could it be that we say the Klal Uprat Muruchakim Zemizeh, you still Darshened? If you Darshened, L'oilam, it's going to be Klal Uprat, even if the prat is written first. Because the mere fact that it's Muruchakim Zemizeh, that tells me we're referring to the Rasha, not to the Tzaddik. Says the Gemara, no. It still says Rav Ashi, if it's written first, you always have to dash a prat to klal. That's the klolim hayu darshen the Torah. If you want to say Meruchak Zemizeh works a prat to klal, it will work as a prat to klal, even though it's far away from each other because the prat is written first. But at least we have some understanding with the hava meaning of the Gemara. Anyone who wants to join or sponsor the Shomach Shava Shiurim, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.